Okay, today I want to make something fun for the journal. And I had made this before, and it's out of, excuse me, a window envelope. And I wanted to just show you what my idea is for this journal. I want to make one of these, and when I open it up, then I'm going to have a tag in here, and so I can do my journaling on a tag or some paper. And then I use this really awesome paper. This is one of my kits, the white lace kit that's got the picture of Jesus on it, and I love how it just peeks through there. So whatever I put in that part of this envelope that we're going to make, I want to make sure it shows through. So that's kind of the idea of what we're going to do. So if you haven't made one of these, get a piece of paper, and you might want to write down the little steps. So first of all, what you're going to do is, see how I measure up 5 inches from this bottom, and that is already sealed, is the one thing I'm going to say to you. So we're going to go 5 inches up, and it does come into the middle of there. So that's okay. Let me get a pen. So I'm going to mark 5 inches and 5 inches on this side. So mark it there. And then what we do is I'm going to trim this, but you'll notice you don't cut all the way through the back, okay? So what you do is you come over to here where this line is, and you just start there, and you just basically, see how this is open? You're going to just, see it's a hair. I'm just taking a hair off of this up to where it's folded. Now you see how it's opened? Well, I'm trying to show you how it's opened. See how it's opened to there? I'll glue that back down. And then you're gonna do the same thing on this side, just trimming a little tiny, you're basically trimming off the fold down to there, and then you kind of go out. Okay, so now I've got that done, right? And so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut it across. I'm going to use my bigger scissors to do that, so that hopefully I get it straight. So see how the scissor is in between there? And I'm going to cut across. Not too bad, Diane. On the line. Okay, so now, see how I've got that freed? This section is free. Now what we're going to do is, we're actually going to change the fold line. So we are going to bring this down to here, and then we're going to refold it like that. See how I did that? Like that? So we're going to do the exact same thing. This is why I keep a template for myself, because I did this probably 2 months ago, and I went to do it today, and I went, okay, I cannot remember exactly how to do it. So that's why you keep this one template. Don't throw this away, keep it in a spot. Then you know exactly what you're doing. So here is the piece that we are going to use. It's going to be really cool. So it's going to go in there. And so I see how I have this pocket. I'm going to have a pocket right there. Now, what I did on this one, let's get this one back. That one, yeah, it's a little bit different. Let's see, I want the pocket. We're going to do it like that. And I feel like I should take this off, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that. You know what I'm going to do? I am just going to cut down a little bit, and I'm going to cut off this part right here. That way I can have a thumb hole notch. Now, make your life easy, Diane, and draw a line so that I can cut on the line, so that maybe it will be straight, right? Okay. Now, when I'm cutting this, again, I'm just cutting this top piece. I'm not cutting all the way through. There we go. So now, when I open it, I'm going to be much happier, because there's my pocket. And I will be cutting a notch hole, but I'm going to wait till I cover it with paper. Let me go back over here now on these parts. and put the book back. And I'm going to re-glue this. It's going to get covered with papers, so it really won't matter, but it's just nice to have it a little bit more firm. I think we've got that. Okay, now that works good. This is going to be there. Now we have to figure out what papers I'm going to use. So let me go get some of the printed papers from the kit, see which ones I want, and then more importantly, what are we gonna have in the pocket that's a pretty picture, right? Ooh, you know what I could do? Look, I could have just the flowers like that. Now, I think that's really pretty. And look, it will cover it perfectly. I think that might absolutely work. So let's do that first, because then I've got everything set the way I want. Because the rest of it doesn't really matter. This is what matters as far as what I want in the window. I thought I had a pencil here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark it right there. I'm just going to put a little mark on the paper and on the paper there. So we know that fits. And then this has to come down to about there. Let's see how far down. Stay there, little thing. We're coming down to about right here. Okay. I'm going to trim this a little bit on the higher side so I don't mess it up. And let's trim this. Make sure I have it in the right spot for the window. Yes. Oh, that's so pretty. That is going to look really pretty. Especially because on this particular page in my journal, I don't have a lot of the flowers. So look how nice that's going to be. Okay, so I will. And again, Diane puts the glue on the item, puts the paper on, and then trims it. Because if I trim that and then I go to lay it on here, it just in all my experience, it never works. And it's too small, and then I have to start all over again. And I am not real happy when I do that to myself. So, see, I'm just gonna glue it right onto there. And I'm almost identical at where it needs to be, so that'll work. Look, we can just go ahead and put the glue right there. It goes right to the top of the pocket. Yes, that worked out great. Now I'll turn it over and trim it. That will be much better. Now I'm going to be gluing this, the back of it, onto the page. Normally, like in this one, I didn't cover this one either because my thought was I would glue that onto a page. So that's how I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the exact same thing with this one. Isn't that funny? That's open. Oh, it's all the wide open. I already trimmed that. Okay, I am going to just put some. Let's put some liquid glue in there. It's open. I must have trimmed that when I trimmed the envelope and then didn't look at it as we were making it. But it doesn't matter. You can always put glue on it and seal it back up, and then it will be my pocket. There we go. Oh, like that. I'm liking that. Now we will find more pieces. So hopefully this is a fun little project if you haven't done it. I should have inked it before I put it down, but we can always ink it after it's down. I ink everything. First of all, because it's the grunge style that I like. Number two, when you're gluing papers onto something like an envelope and they're not always perfect, it just kind of wipes away any problems. So, oh, look, and we have this little piece that will go right on there. That is perfect. Isn't that perfect? Let's see what other pieces we have left from here. Oh, now that's pretty with the flower, another flower on the top. Or do we want something different? So we've got that piece and this piece. Let me see what other stuff I have over here. I've got some more pieces that I cut things out of. I think I want some more of the beige. Now this really probably won't work because it's already kind of messed up. Let me see if I have that in a piece of paper here that I can play with. I could bring that all the way down to the blue and then come up there and just use that part. So that works. I like that. I like that you're drawing the eye to the flower. I think I'm going to use that. I think that looks pretty. And then we'll just put two pieces to match that. So I'm not really matching that flower, which is fine. I'm going to trim this. Put the glue on here. So we're going to do one piece all the way to there. How are you enjoying the Bible study so far? I'm having, it's been really fun for me to do this Bible study. Well, they're all fun for me, but I'm really just getting a lot out of it because it just is really helping me in my relationship with God to focus on what does he tell me to do instead of listening to my feelings, which of course feelings are not real reliable, are they? But to rely on his word. What does his word tell me? What should I be focusing on? That's what I'm really enjoying about the truths and promises. Let's put it this way first, and then I will trim that. Let's trim that. Oh, I could just wrap it. Why don't I just wrap it? Even though it's going to be glued down. It'll just look nicer, won't it? Yeah, I might as well just wrap it. And what do I have that's not straight right there? Oh, when I trim that little piece, let's just trim that back off. Yes, look, I'm going to wrap it. Let's do the bend. And then I'll put glue back here and wrap it. Just makes it sturdier. There we go. And I will use my bone folder to really make it nice. Oh, yes, that is pretty. I love the words. Yes, I really like that part. That is very pretty. And let's see of what I trimmed off. Do I want blue on there? Oh, it's too bad that's like that. Let's see, what do I have here? That, oh no, that doesn't work. Those little pieces. Ooh, look, we cut this off of here. Wouldn't that be gorgeous? That kind of sets that apart, doesn't it? Now, I should have brought that down a little bit. Well, that's just gonna, okay. So see how this is rounded? I didn't pay attention to that. I should have brought this down and just make my own square corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go over the acetate a little bit and make it square to hide that edge. I think that works well. So what that means is I'm going to open it back up. I'm going to glue all that. That will be ready for glue. I will lay this on there. As I said, I'm going to make it square by the way I use the paper. I know some women have tried to round it with their scissors. I'm not that good. Not that good of a trimmer. That works there. Let's trim this with the longer scissors so that it gets a little bit more straight. Okay. Oh yes, that's pretty. That works well. There we go. Yep, that works very well. And then we have this, but I don't think I want flowers on it. Oh, look, we could do it this way. I'll move it over just a little bit. Oh, no, I think that's pretty with a little bit of a flower there. That one would work. Let's see if I have anything else. This would work, but the writing is upside down, so you can't use it that way, Diane. No, that won't work. So what I had on there, what did I just have and walked away from? Sorry, I'm messing everything up here. I think I want to put that there. That's what I want to do. So we're going to trim this straight. And then, let me move this up into the camera. Again, I'm going to remove this. See how it's rounded? And I'm going to remove it by basically making it square on my own. So we've got that way, and then I've got this way. No, I think the flowers take it away, and I don't want to do that. I just want, yeah, I want that. Okay, so we're going to, let's open this back up. I love doing covering envelopes. It's like the ultimate collage, right? You're just cutting all these fun little pieces and making them work together well. There we go. Now we'll trim that. We're going to do the exact same thing on the back because it does open up and you do see it. Okay. Oh, look how beautiful, beautiful, beautiful that is. This is a little bit longer. I wonder why it's longer. Probably because Diane didn't cut it straight. Let's see if I lay it on here. It will show me that I didn't cut it straight, right? Yep. See, it is. It's just off by a hair. It's always the hair, right? Just the hair that makes it just a little bit off. I think that will work better. Yes, there we go. Okay, so we've got the outside done. Now when you flip open, so I've already covered this. Now I will put my thumb hole in there now. I'm going to open it up a little bit and see if I can get this in here. And this is always never fun. Why am I having a problem? There we go. Oh, can I get it in there? This one's too big. Let me try my smaller one. I'll just do a smaller one. See, smaller doesn't always mean it's better that I can get it in. Well, I can get it in somewhat. There we go. That's good enough. Yeah, it's not as big as I usually do, but it's okay. Now, does this fit on here? Oh, yes, look, it does. So do I want to put a piece from that direction? Or typically, we're going to use that piece up there. What I usually do is do a piece and go down into here a little bit. So let me rethink what I have. That the writing is sideways. That's going to be my problemo. Well, what if I use one of, here, let's use this one. This is a paper from the kit. This with words on it. That would be much better. So let's trim the edge. If you have a printer that prints with to the very edge, you're lucky. I love my Epson Eco Tank. I have the high dollar one and it doesn't do that. I can't print double-sided on it and it does not go to the edge. So I have a friend who has the 2800 or something like that and it totally does all that. So just my little suggestion, it's not always to buy the one that has more quote features, the feature that I want. I didn't even think about it when I purchased it. Mine doesn't do. I think that looks good. So what we're going to have to do in this case is I am going to have to measure. Uh-oh, you know Diane doesn't like that part. So let's move some of this stuff first so that I can measure this correctly. So that side will work. I want to come down into there a little bit. So maybe half an inch. So let me mark it. And we're coming up all the way to, well, we'll just leave it. That's what I'll do. I'll leave it. And you know what? Hold on. I'm going to get my paper cover. Of course, I grabbed the little one. Is it going to work? Probably not. Oh, it will. Okay, good. I bought this thinking this was going to be so wonderful to have on my desk, and to be honest, I hardly use it because it only cuts the paper one way. Which, what good does that do you? Because it's small. Okay. Let's see if I cut it correctly. Move that out of my way. Now what I want to be able to do is try and slide that in there. So I definitely cut it too wide. So bring it back. Make it narrower. About right there. Let's see if that was enough. So yeah, please leave me comments about what you think about the study, if you're actually doing the study, or are you just making the kit because the kit's pretty. Whatever, it's up, you know, that's your prerogative. I wonder why it doesn't want to go in there right. So it's just, here we go, a hair, a hair too wide, and it won't go in there and lay flat. So one more time. But it's better to do this, to keep taking little bits off, than to take too much and then you have to start all over again. So I would rather do that 3 times than once and it doesn't work. There, see, now we've got it perfect. Oh, excellent. And that will go right on there. And then we're gonna come up to here. Now let's mark that before I glue it. I'm gonna mark where it will stop. Let's see, pencil, that's going to be right about on that word, on that line. I'm just going to do this with my scissors. Okay, wait, is it straight or is it not? There we go. Yes. And actually, isn't that funny? I mean, not funny, it's very pretty. I love this way. This looks really, really nice. So I have to have it just enough to square those off. So when we cover it, yes. Okay, now we're going to glue it. So I just like this one piece, doing one giant piece when you can, because it, I don't know, just makes it sturdy and it works well. And what I'm going to do is just put a little bit on that bottom to see, once I slide it in there, that it will stay down. You can't put too much on because if it's too glued down, it won't work. Let's get this right there in the right spot. There we go. Now I will slide this down into there, and I think it'll work better. There we go. Okay, come on, go in there. Maybe I shouldn't have put all that glue on there. Come on, come on, come on. There. There. Okay, got it in. Let's make the edges. Let's darken up our edges because there's lots of crooked spots and white spots showing, but it's okay. It's perfectly okay. See, it covers up mistakes. That's one. And I'm using ground espresso. This is actually my favorite one. I have all the other browns, but I like this one the best. Now see, I should have put it on there. Let's see, do I have enough of the, yes I do. The glue hasn't totally stuck. Let's see if I can pull it up and just edge it. There we go. Much better. Yes. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, now we're gonna go back to where the fold is and fold it over. Make sure we have it all folded correctly. Use the bone folder to make a nice crease. Oh, this is so pretty. Okay, I have two choices. I'm going to trim this, or the other choice was to put some washi tape, but I think I'm just going to trim it. It was just a little bit off kilter when I put that in there. And now it works perfect. See? That was a good choice, Diane. Good choice. We are down to 2 spots. Now you have to be careful if you turn it around and then you change the direction of a pattern, then you're gonna go, uh-oh, I used it the wrong way. So when it's up like that, that pattern goes this direction. And I think putting flowers on there now, I don't have a problem with. Now I don't want to go over farther than this one is, right? I want these two to match. So you have to make sure as you're doing that, that you're matching what you see, that white line right there. Because remember, we changed the size of the opening by squaring it off. That goes there. And we trim this. There. That is perfect. All we need now is one more piece. And here we go again. Diane, you keep forgetting to edge it. Let me just pick that up just slightly and see if I can edge it. There we go. Okay. And we need one more piece. What do I have sitting around here? These little pieces that, oh, just not enough. What if I use this? Do I want the blue there? I don't know that I want the blue now that I'm looking at that. Maybe I get a piece of this back and put this on here with the words. I think I like that best. I think I do. Okay, so let's edge this before I put it down, which is what I kept forgetting to do. That will go right on there. Yeah, I like that because it just continues the beige. Let's put the glue. And match the edge on the inside. Yeah, don't go over too far, Diane. There we go. Looking excellent. And look, it's so beautiful. Oh, it's so pretty. Got a little bit of glue here and there. And then I can put in a tag. I think I have some tags here. Yeah, I do. Hold on one second. I've got this tag. This would fit in there. Just the right size. Yes. I will now do some of my journaling for this this truth that we're focusing on. I wanted to just spend some time showing you how to make something, not forgetting that it's not just it's Bible study, but it's also having fun, creating fun parts. And look how fun that is. I think what I'm going to do on this side is this came in the kit, and if you fold it up, I'll unfold it so you can see. It comes on a big sheet like that, so you trim it out and you fold it. This goes down there, this wraps around, and then there's 2 cards which I've glued together to go in there, so there's more writing space. I think I like that little one. We might do that here or just do this here. I'll think about it, but I'll I'll be back to do the Bible study next.